Here's what nobody selling you a $30 Bluetooth OBD2 scanner wants to say out loud. A big chunk of them flat out will not talk to your phone. And you won't find that out until you're kneeling in a parking lot at 9 at night with your hood up.
Right, and the guys who do get it working, half of them get hit with a $100 subscription charge 3 weeks later and never even saw it coming.
We tested 5 Bluetooth OBD2 scanners, every single one of them under $50, and one of them is hiding a secret that used to cost you 4 times that much. Stick around because the order we are about to rank these in is absolutely going to surprise you.
We are also going to tell you the one major mistake that turns a perfectly good scanner into a literal brick. And it actually has nothing to do with the scanner itself. That one tip saved Dean about $200.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Real nice.
Okay, so the reason we even did this. Last winter, my sister's check engine light pops on in her 2014 Camry. It's 10 at night, she's an hour from home, and she calls me panicking, totally thinking it's the transmission. I had a scanner in my glove box, plugged it in, and in 30 seconds I had it. It was a gas cap code, P0457. She tightened the cap, the light went off, no shop visit, no tow, no panic.
A shop would have charged her $100 to $150 just to read that code and tell her to tighten the gas cap.
Exactly. That is the whole case for owning one of these. A single diagnosis pays for the scanner. But here is where people get burned. They grab the absolute cheapest one they can find online, it says Bluetooth on the box, and it just won't pair with anything. Let's save you that headache.
Let's jump into the countdown with scanners number 5 through 3. We call this the budget climb.
Coming in at number 5, we have the BAFX Products Bluetooth OBD2 Scanner. This one has been around forever, and there is a very good reason for that. It just works. It's ELM 327 based, and it supports all 5 OBD2 protocols. That means CAN, ISO 9141, KWP 2000, J1850 PWM, and VPW. Basically, it'll talk to pretty much any US car from 1996 onward.
And it's about $20, sometimes $19.99 on sale. That's the real appeal here. You plug it in, pair it to your phone, pull up an app like Torque Pro, and you are immediately reading codes. It gives you live sensor data, freeze frame, emissions readiness, the whole works for basic engine stuff.
Okay, hold on, because here is the catch, and it's a big one. This uses Bluetooth Classic, which means it is strictly Android only. It does not work with an iPhone, period. If you have an iPhone, this one is not for you.
Right, but that's the thing. For a $20 Android scanner, it's genuinely reliable. BAFX is one of the very few cheap brands that actually responds to its customers. I do want to bust a myth real quick, though. A lot of listings will say works with all phones. That is a flat-out lie on these Bluetooth Classic models. You have to read the fine print.
So who is this actually for? It's for the Android owner who wants the cheapest possible thing that won't just fall apart after a week. Dean, I know you love this thing.
I do, for what it is. $20, 0 subscription, just pull it out when the light comes on and you're done.
Moving to number 4, the ANCEL BD200 Elite. This one lands right around $40, and I'll tell you why it jumped above the BAFX for me. It has absolutely no subscription fees ever, and it actually graphs live data right on your phone. We're talking real-time RPM, coolant temp, oxygen sensor voltage, and fuel trim. It also does O2 sensor testing, and it reads and clears codes with full generic coverage on 1996 and newer vehicles. For $40 with 0 ongoing fees, that is a serious value. Where it falls short, though, is that it's engine only. You get no ABS, no airbag, and no transmission codes beyond what generic OBD2 already covers. So if you were chasing a really tricky drivability gremlin, you're going to hit a wall fast. But hold on, that is most people. Most people just want to know if their car is safe to drive, or if they need to tow it. For that specific need, $40 with live data graphs is fantastic. I would call this the best straight-up value on the list.
We can agree to disagree on that, but we will get there.
Number 3 is the Veepeak OBDCheck BLE+. It's about $42, sometimes $45, and this is the one Marcus pretends he doesn't like just because it's not expensive enough for his tastes. Hey, I don't pretend anything. This little tool is genuinely impressive. It uses Bluetooth Low Energy, specifically BLE 4.0, which means, and listen up iPhone people, it works flawlessly on both iOS and Android. No fiddly pairing process in your iPhone settings either. You just plug it in, open your app, and it connects.
And here is the real killer feature. It works with over 13 third-party apps. We're talking Car Scanner, OBD Fusion, Torque Pro, and the massive one for the BMW guys, BimmerCode and BimmerLink. That is exactly why this little dongle has such a cult following.
The Plus version over the regular BLE is about $10 more, but it gets you ELM 327 version 2.2 support. That is crucial because it's what lets it run those coding apps without failing the handshake. The regular BLE at $32 will choke on BIMR code. So if you've got a BMW or a Mini and you want to code features yourself, this is hands down the cheapest legit path in.
And getting that entire coding setup, the dongle plus the app, still comes in under $50 total. That's just wild. Moving into section 2, the trap and the winner. We're revealing number 2 and number 1. This is where it gets really interesting because we're halfway through the list, and this next one is where most people get burned. Number 2 is the fixed scanner. This is the one you have definitely seen in every ad on your phone. The hardware runs about $20 to $40, depending on the sale. It works perfectly on iPhone and Android, and the app explains codes in plain English. It'll literally tell you your gas cap is loose instead of just throwing P0457 at you. For a total beginner, someone who doesn't even know what OBD2 stands for and really doesn't want to learn, Fixed is the friendliest thing on the market. It flags severe issues, gives you maintenance reminders, and covers gas and hybrid cars from 1996 up, plus diesels from 2006 onward. And here is the trap. The app is free, the basic scanning is free, but there is a 14-day premium trial that will auto-convert to $12.99 a month or $99.99 a year if you don't cancel it. We've seen the reviews, man. People get completely blindsided by that $100 charge.
So if you do go with Fixed, set a calendar reminder the absolute second you open the app. Cancel it before day 14 and you get to keep the basic free scanner forever. Dean, I see you nodding over there.
That calendar reminder is the most important sentence in this entire explainer. Write that down.
And now for the one you have all been waiting for. Number 1, the TOPDON TopScan Lite. This runs around $50, sometimes $54, sometimes a hair under on a good sale. And this is the huge secret we teased at the very top. This thing actually does bi-directional active tests.
Pause. Just read that again. A $50 Bluetooth scanner doing active tests. That used to be an exclusive feature for $300 or $400 professional tablets. So what does that actually mean for you in the real world? Active tests mean you can command car parts straight from your phone. You can cycle the fuel pump, open and close injectors, or run an electronic parking brake retraction. If you do your own brakes, that parking brake retract feature alone is worth the $50 price tag. It also gives you 8 service functions: oil reset, EPB, SAS steering angle, DPF regeneration, and more. Plus, you get full system scanning, not just the engine, and that is all through your phone on a free app with absolutely 0 subscriptions. Here's the honest downside though. It strictly uses TopDon's own app. No third-party apps at all, so no torque, no BIMR code. Also, the Lite is just their entry tier. The Pro version adds key programming and more service functions for about $80 to $100, and the Master tier adds DOIP for 2024 and newer BMWs, GM, and Stellantis cars, but that bumps you up to $130. Still, think about it. $50 for active tests, 8 service resets, and full system scanning. That is the absolute most capability per dollar on this entire list by a massive margin.
Before we wrap things up, let's look at 5 costly buyer mistakes and exactly how to avoid these pitfalls. Because these are the ones that actually drain people's wallets, and they close the loop on a couple of things we teased earlier.
Mistake number 1 is buying the wrong scanner for your phone. Bluetooth classic dongles, like the BAFX and those truly cheap $10 ones, only work on Android. If you have an iPhone, you need a BLE scanner, like the Veepeak, Fixed, or TopScan. We told you this tip alone would save Dean $200 because he literally bought 3 Bluetooth classic dongles before someone finally told him his iPhone was the problem.
Hey, in my defense, the boxes all proudly said Bluetooth.
Yeah, they said Android Bluetooth. Anyway, mistake number 2 is leaving it plugged in all the time. Most of these draw a tiny current even with the car completely off. A few days is fine, but leave it for a couple of weeks in an airport lot and you might come back to a totally dead battery. Just unplug it when you park long-term.
Mistake number 3 is clearing the code before actually fixing the problem. People see the check engine light, they hit clear, the light goes off, and they think it's magically fixed. It is not fixed. That code will come right back in 50 miles. Find the root cause first, then clear it. Mistake number 4 is buying a $10 no-name dongle just to save $10. Half of those use fake ELM327 chips that report absolute garbage data or drop their connection every 30 seconds. The 5 we just listed are your floor for reliability. And mistake number 5 is ignoring protocol coverage. If you've got an older 1996 to 2003 Ford or GM vehicle, you have to make sure the scanner handles J1850PWM or VPW. The super cheap ones sometimes only do CAN. But the good news is, the ones on our list all cover the full spread.
It's time for the final verdict. Which should you choose? Now, we are totally allowed to disagree here, and we absolutely will. For me, it's the ANCEL BD200 Elite at $40. You get no subscription, live data graphs, and it pulls and clears codes. It is dead simple. It's simply the best value for an everyday driver who just wants quick answers. And for me, it's the TopDON TopScan Lite. $50 for active tests and service resets is just an absurd value for anyone who turns their own wrenches. That is my pick, and I am not budging.
Neither am I, buddy. And that's the real beauty of it. Both answers are right. It all just depends on you and your needs. So which scanner fits your garage, and what check engine code are you avoiding right now?